Hello and welcome. Cropcos brings another series of lectures, and this time it focuses mainly on your complete BSc Agricultural course, which is framed by the ICAR's fifth Dean Committee. So, main focus will be on the complete ICAR curriculum and also MCAER, and I will be bringing you the entire session back to back lectures for the fundamentals of soil science course first semester. So this entire program, our lecture, will not only help you in your semester examinations, but will also help you in clearing multiple exams with reference to JRF, then your various competitive exams like IBPS, AFO, NABARD, etc. And also it will help you in clearing the various state agricultural entrances. So I'll be mainly focusing on your the soil science part, and we have Praveen sir from Agricultural Economics Department, Sneha ma'am from Horticulture Department, Ganesh Jadhav sir from Agricultural Botany, and also we have Shrayu ma'am from Agricultural Extension Department. And more educators are about to join, and we will ensure that we will put our best efforts, will leave no stones unturned to help you reach and achieve your career goals. So let's take a look into the syllabus. This is the program, these are the topics which is designed in your BSc Agri course. So first topic is soil as a natural body, pedological and edaphological concepts of soil. So we'll focus into this today and subsequently we'll continue with the remaining topics. So as per today's class is concerned, we'll focus mainly on the introductory part. We'll see what is meant by soil as a natural body, its composition, components, the branches of soil science, and most importantly, the pedological and edaphological concept of soil science. So before going into the topic, here I have enlisted some of the important scientists which are very important in this entire field of fundamentals of soil science. So these are some of the questions which may be asked in your semester exam and also in various competitive exams. So first of all, father of pedology, so is V.V. Dokuchev. Next, father of Indian soil science, J.W. Leather. Third, father of soil chemistry, J.V. Liebig. Father of GIS, Tomlinson. Soil physics, Hillel. Soil testing, Trog. Soil formation, Jenny. Soil taxonomy, Dr. G. Smith. Soil microbiology, S.N. Winogradsky. So you just remember the names. Questions may be asked from any one of this following. So as per the objective of this course is concerned, what are we going to learn, and what are the various things that we will be getting ourselves acquainted with? So we'll basically learn about the basic elementary concepts of soil, its origin and formation. Okay, that how the soil formation has taken place, how the origin of soil is there, how the soil is originated, how many years it has been taken, and what is the entire concept. We'll also get to learn and gather knowledge about the physical, chemical, and also about the biological properties of soil. Then we have soil biodiversity, the beneficial and harmful microorganisms, soil organic matter, its behavior and composition, and we'll learn about soil pollution and strategies how to prevent it and make our soil, the best from soil fertility point of view to get the best of yield and productivity. So just before starting the topic, ये कुछ बहुत बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन है जो हमें जानना चाहिए before we study any of the subject of agriculture. So some of the important topics and some of the important points I've highlighted. India is home to 18% of world's human population and 15% of animal, and it owns 2% of world's geographic area and 51% is net cultivated area. Now these two terms are often confusing, soil and land, but there is a difference between the both. So land is basically two-dimensional, whereas soil is three-dimensional. That means land is defined in terms of length and breadth only, but soil is defined in terms of height. So in soil science, in soil language, we won't call it height. What we will call it? We'll call it as depth. Okay. Just suppose this is your field and this is your crop plant. So this part below the horizon, this is your depth. Okay, ये जो length है ये आपकी depth है, ठीक है. So this is soil. It is 3D, length, breadth and height, whereas land is only 2D. Okay, so relationship between soil, environment, human and society is intimate, and it depends on soil quality and maintenance. That is meant to say that soil, environment, human being and society, these all are correlated, and there is a deep interaction between all these following parameters, okay, that assists in managing the quality of soil and also going for its management. So soil, we know it is a abode, it is a house of millions of microorganisms, okay, and these microorganisms are very, very important. Why? To make the nutrient available to the plants and to complete the nutrient cycles. Without soil there is no life, and without life there is no soil. Here they have meant to highlight the relationship between the microbes mainly, then the nutrient cycles, okay, then plants and then animals. तो ये जो आपके चार फैक्टर्स है, microbes, nutrient supply, plants and animals, so all of these are correlated and interlinked with each other. Okay, so without soil, without soil there will be no life, plants cannot survive, and without life there is no soil. Okay, so means basically it is meant that soil is a non-living body, okay, but it supports life, so it is considered as living. Okay, it supports life, so it is considered as living. So this is the point which I explained you, that it is a abode for millions of microorganisms, which makes soil living and gives the capacity to it to sustain life. So this is one small information. So India is virtually a museum of soils. We have various type of soils: alluvial, red soil, black soil, lateritic, then we have salt affected soils. Okay, so NBSSLUP, National Bureau of Soil Science and Land Use Planning, that is a body. Okay, so it is a body which furnishes information regarding soils of India, about their properties, about their management, and how to make the soil to carry the best of output. So it is a body situated at Nagpur. So in the end, it highlights the importance regarding soil chemistry, fertility, physics and microbiology, Why? Because they regulate and monitor nutrient availability. So we'll take a look into each one of this now. Here, one line says that farmer poverty makes the soil poor and poor soil makes the farmer poorer. So this one line, it highlights a huge concept. Okay, if farmer's poverty can make the soil poor, how? Because a poverty stricken farmer may or may not have the financial status, or he cannot provide the inputs which are required for the soil to maintain its fertility and productivity. Okay, in terms of maybe the best of seeds, fertilizers, manures, amendments, etc. So it is said that farmers poverty makes the soil poor and poor soil makes the farmer poor. Why? Poor soil means a soil which is not fertile or not productive. It is lagging the 17 essential nutrients, or the fertility status is poor. So when that soil will provide us yield, the yield will be low. Why? Because the fertility status is low. So the remuneration or the earning a farmer will be getting from this soil, that will make him more poorer. Why? Because he'll get low yield. Okay. So soil is limited, non-renewable resource, but it is important in agriculture, food security, nutritional security, environment safety, and for maintaining quality of life. Okay, so these are the important things. So here you see I have highlighted one picture, and that has almost covered up all the parameters regarding the importance of soil in everyday life, or you can say in our earth. So carbon sequestration is the storing of carbon dioxide in the soil, okay, to reduce the impact on atmosphere of rising CO2 levels. Next, it helps in water purification and soil contaminant reduction, climate regulation, nutrient cycling. It is a habitat for microorganisms. It helps in flood regulation. How? By construction of dams, engineering measures which are being uptaken to minimize soil erosion. Source of pharmaceuticals and genetic resources. This means talking about the important beneficial microorganisms from whom we may get some antibiotics which are helpful for the pharmaceutical industry. Infrastructure for human being, it provides us with home, abode, building structures. Okay, then provision of construction of material, cultural heritage, and provision of food, fiber, and fuel. Okay, so this highlights the functions of soil in our earth and how it sustains life. So our entire curriculum, entire program of soil science, that is divided into few subdivisions by IUSS, that is International Union of Soil Science. Okay, that is a union for soil scientists. It's a global body. Okay, so first, soil in space and time. Here we'll study about soil morphology, soil geography, soil genesis, and soil classification. Next we have soil properties and processes. So to study this, the various subdivisions, it is divided into soil physics, soil chemistry, soil biology, and soil mineralogy. So our this particular course title, Fundamentals of Soil Science, that will be mainly focusing on division 2. Next we have soil use and management, which is again classified as soil evaluation, soil, water, and conservation. That is a very important part. Soil fertility and plant nutrition, soil engineering and technology. Lastly, soil degradation and control. Lastly, we have role of soil in sustaining society and environment. So here it is divided as soil and environment, soil, food security and human health, soil and land use change, and soil education and public awareness. So जितने भी हमारे टॉपिक्स है, if I talk about the entire curriculum of your BSc Agriculture, especially with reference to soil science, so ये complete outlook दिया गया है कि हम कौन कौन से particular division में ये हम completely cover करेंगे. Okay, so this is the entire outlook. Now, as per soil is concerned, SOIL. Okay, so this is the SOIL. So as per the acronym is concerned, it is defined as soul of infinite life. Now question arises, why and how? Why soil is known as soul of infinite life? Soil, it's a non-living body, but still then it is considered soul of infinite life. Why? Because of the factors that it sustains and supports life. It is a house for microorganisms. It is a abode for plants and animals, and also it gives the platform for the development of human infrastructure. Okay, so the living organisms, they not only live in the soil, they help in mineralization, or you can say in transferring the plant nutrients in available form, which helps the plant to complete their life cycle, growth and development. So without microorganisms, plant cannot uptake, and they cannot get the available form of nutrients or the particular chemical process that is required for this entire journey from a nutrient application to uptake. It is done by the microorganisms. Okay, so the word life is given here, soul of infinite life, microbes, plants, animals, insects, etc. So as per the definition is concerned, here you just have to remember that it is derived from a Latin word. ये objective question बन सकता है, that soil is derived from which word? Latin word solum, which means floor. So it is defined, basically हम इसको define कर सकते हैं as a, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे scientists ने they have defined it according to their way, but you can prefer any standard definition. You can write this definition also, or you can also prefer any definition given in any of the fundamental books, in any of the fundamental books. So it is defined as a dynamic body on the surface of earth in which plants grow, composed of mineral and organic materials and living forms. So this is given by Buckman and Brady. Okay, so they are the foreign scientists. So you see these particular pictorial demonstrations. This is soil and these are the plants growing. Okay, so it is said that plants where plants grow. Okay. Okay, so now we will see one of the most important concept of today's class: edaphology and pedology. Now we have seen the entire outlook of the scientific structure of course. If you remember, one of those topics was soil fertility and nutrition. Okay, so here you see there are two basic concepts that is evolved by scientific study. Okay, so one is edaphology and the other is pedology. So edaphology means both are branches, both pedology and edaphology, they are branches of soil science in which we study soil from different angles or from different corners. First, talking about edaphology means it is that branch of soil science which studies soil in terms of plant nutrition, their growth, development and yield of crops. Means you can say it deals with soil fertility and nutrition. यहाँ पे हमारा जो focus है, suppose you have soil here and you have a plant growing. Okay, तो ये जो हमारा focus है यहाँ पे, इट मेनली फोकसेस ऑन द ग्रोइंग प्लांट, मीन्स हम जो स्टडी करेंगे, जो हमारा मेन आउटपुट रहेगा दैट विल बी ऑन द प्लांट, ठीक है। हम प्लांट के रेफरेंस से विल स्टडी दिस, ठीक है। दिस इज इडोफोलॉजी, ग्रोथ, न्यूट्रिशन एंड मीन्स टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक, और आपको समझाते हुए हम जो भी इनपुट्स देंगे, जो भी एप्लीकेशन करेंगे, फर्टिलाइजर्स, मैन्योर्स, बायो फर्टिलाइजर्स, अमेंडमेंट्स, न्यूट्रिएंट्स, व्हाटएवर वी गिव, हम जो स्टडी करेंगे कि उनका इफेक्ट क्या हुआ प्लांट में, कि क्या प्लांट्स ने लिया, व्हाट आर द सिम्टम्स, whether the plant is growing, if there is any deficiency symptom, if there is any toxicity symptom, what are the measures, ये जो हम स्टडी करेंगे that comes under इडोफोलॉजी, ठीक है। मीन्स अंडर प्लांट, प्लांट मतलब हम यहाँ पे क्रॉप्स, टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक क्रॉप्स, ओके। नेक्स्ट वी हैव पेडोलॉजी। पेडोलॉजी में इट इज ऑल्सो अनदर ब्रांच ऑफ सॉइल साइंस वेयर वी स्टडी सॉइल इन टर्म्स ऑफ इट्स ओरिजिन, जीनेसिस एंड क्लासिफिकेशन। आप ये तीन टर्म याद रख लेना चाहिए, यू कैन नोट इट डाउन, जीनेसिस, क्लासिफिकेशन एंड सर्वे, ठीक है। ये तीनों टर्म बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। जेनेसिस मीन्स ओरिजिन, मीन्स इट्स वे ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, फॉर्मेशन, कितने साल लगा एक सॉइल को फॉर्म होने के लिए, ओके, व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस प्रिवेलिंग। उसके बाद देन वी हैव क्लासिफिकेशन। क्लासिफिकेशन मीन्स ग्रुपिंग ऑफ सॉइल, ओके। क्लासिफिकेशन मीन्स अलग अलग ग्रुप्स में बांटना। फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल यू टेक ब्लैक सॉइल, रेड सॉइल, लेटेराइटिक सॉइल, प्रॉब्लमेटिक सॉइल, yellow soil, okay, yellow and red both are, you know, it comes under lateritic group. Yellow means presence of limonite, okay, and red means presence of hematite, ठीक है। एक में हाइड्रेटेड है और एक में there is unhydrated condition. So ये है आपका क्लासिफिकेशन, ओके। एंड सर्वे जो मैंने टर्म बोला है, सर्वे मीन्स असेसमेंट, ओके, सर्वे मीन्स असेसमेंट और एग्जामिनिंग द सॉइल, okay, in terms of various properties related to its formation and origin, okay। so ये दो concept है, पेडोलॉजी एंड इडोफोलॉजी, okay। बेसिक कीवर्ड क्या है, इडोफोलॉजी हम प्लांट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सॉइल को स्टडी करेंगे, एंड इन केस ऑफ पेडोलॉजी विल स्टडी इट फ्रॉम इट्स ओरिजिन, क्लासिफिकेशन एंड इट्स डिस्क्रिप्शन, और यू कैन से इट्स सर्वे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, ठीक है। Again, there are two important concepts here, surface soil and subsurface soil. So ये दो टर्म से आप समझ सकते हो, दोनों टर्म बहुत इजी है, surface soil and subsurface soil. So surface means we can understand that above the soil, above the surface. ये आप पिक्चर देख लो यहाँ पे, these are the plants, okay. So this is surface soil, means the growing of plants above the surface, okay. और हम बोल सकते हैं कि टॉप सॉइल, ओके। सो दिस विल बी कंपोस्टिंग ऑफ मेनली, हम जो भी एप्लीकेशन करेंगे, ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, फर्टिलाइजर, सॉइल ऑर्गेनिज्म, ओके। सो जनरली इसको हम बोलते हैं फरो स्लाइस, ओके, 0 to 15 सेंटीमीटर डेप्थ, एंड सिंस दिस इज द टॉप सॉइल इट इज हाईली फर्टाइल, हाईली फर्टाइल, ओके। नेक्स्ट वी हैव इज सब सरफेस। सो सब सरफेस मतलब ये जो आपका सरफेस सॉइल चला गया, इसका नीचे का पोर्शन समझाया गया, ओके। मीन्स इट इज द सब सरफेस पार्ट और बिलो द टॉप सॉइल, ओके, दैट इज जनरली नॉट कल्टिवेटेड बाय टिलेज ऑपरेशंस, और दैट इज नॉट एज इंपॉर्टेंट और दैट इज नॉट एज फर्टाइल एज कंपेयर टू द सरफेस सॉइल, ओके। इन जनरली जब हम कोई भी डीप रूटेड क्रॉप्स कल्टीवेट करते हैं, तब जाके थोड़ा सा सब सरफेस सॉइल का इंपॉर्टेंस होता है, बिकॉज वी नीड टू गो फॉर प्रिपेयर इन द सॉइल लाइक टिलेज, तब हम थोड़ा सा डीप जाते हैं, लाइक मैक्सिमम सम ऑफ द डीप रूटेड क्रॉप्स इन हॉर्टिकल्चर इट मे गो अप टू 150 to 180 सेंटीमीटर, ठीक है। तो इन केस ऑफ सरफेस हम पहले 15 सेंटीमीटर की बात वी हैव डन, तो इन केस ऑफ सब सरफेस वी नीड टू गो अप टू 150 to 180 centimeter in terms of tillage depending upon the depth of the growing crop, ठीक है। सो ये तो बेसिक कंसेप्ट है सरफेस एंड सब सरफेस, ओके। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, To get yourself acquainted with more knowledge and more piece of information, you are requested to subscribe the channel crop course and also subscribe the telegram link. आपको यहाँ पे daily back to back quizzes मिलेगा to boost up your preparation and just to achieve your goal. We are putting up back to back quizzes and अभी तो back to back lectures भी आएगा, so please subscribe the channel. Okay, moving on. यहाँ पे here composition of soil. Just imagine आपने handful of soil लिया. You have taken a handful of soil. Okay. Now उसमें क्या है? First thing is it will be comprising of solid space and pore space. Both 50-50. 50% solid space and 50% pore space. So 50% solid space में you will have 45% mineral matter and 5% organic matter. And the 50% pore space that will be taken by both soil air and soil water 25% each. Okay. यहाँ पे एक कंसेप्ट आपको समझना ये पड़ेगा कि जो मिनरल मैटर है दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट परमानेंट, कि इसका जो कंटेंट है 45% दिस इज परमानेंट, बट द ऑर्गेनिक मैटर कंटेंट वेरीज. इंडियन सॉइल में जनरली ऑर्गेनिक मैटर बहुत कम है. व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑफ द ट्रॉपिकल कंडीशन, बिकॉज ऑफ द क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन. बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी के कारण बहुत ज़्यादा ऑक्सीडेशन होता है, लॉस ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, सो द कंटेंट इज लेस. ओके. एंड जो सॉइल एयर एंड वाटर है बोथ ऑफ देम आर इन ए सी सॉ रिलेशनशिप. सी सॉ रिलेशनशिप मतलब अगर एक हाई है दूसरा लो है, मीन्स इफ देयर इज हेवी रेनफॉल then the pore spaces are completely dominated by water molecules. Okay, air spaces will be out, means वो जो air spaces के लिए जो 25% जगह है वो आपका water molecules cover कर लेगा. ठीक है. So both of them they are in a seesaw relationship. ठीक है. And in ideal condition generally दोनों equally present है. Okay, so basically an optimum amount of both soil and water is required for proper crop growth and development. Now soil as a natural body, ये एक बेसिकली एक कंसेप्ट है. व्हाट इज meant by soil as a natural body, ये आप लोग समझ सकते हो. soil as a natural body, that means soil is a gift of nature. ये एक हमारे पास एक नेचुरल गिफ्ट है. ओके. नेचुरल बॉडी मीन्स इट इज गिवन बाय नेचर बट इट सस्टेन्स, इट सपोर्ट्स लाइफ. इन रिटर्न इट गिव्स अस द मैक्सिमम नीड विच इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके. एज अ नेचुरल बॉडी यहाँ पे भी दे हैव हाईलाइटेड और द कंसेप्ट एक्सप्लेन्स अस अबाउट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द सॉइल in terms of fertility and crop growth. Okay, so मैंने कुछ points mention किया है, you can just go through it. Basically यहाँ पे जो आपका pedology and edaphology का point है that is explained. Means in terms of plant nutrition and growth, soil important है. Again, in terms of pedology means soil formation, classification, its survey. Okay, इस angle से भी both are equally important. ठीक है. So some of the basic points here I have mentioned, you can just go through it. I prefer explaining, I prefer providing you concepts rather than just going reading out the lines. ठीक है. So ये आप ये याद रखना, VV Dokojic, he is known as the father of soil science or you can say father of pedology. Okay, so again यहाँ पे soil surface में mineral, organic forms, plant, देन माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स के बारे में यहाँ पे बात की गई है. ठीक है. सो ये कंसेप्ट है. इन योर सेमेस्टर एग्जाम यू मे बी आस्क्ड okay, that describes soil as a natural body. So यहाँ पे आपको पेडोलॉजी एंड एडाफोलॉजी का कंसेप्ट हाईलाइट करते हुए यू हैव टू आंसर इट. ठीक है, so this is all about this basic part. Next is scope of soil science. So scope of soil science में ये जो हमने अभी पढ़ाई किया है, साइंटिफिक यूनियन ऑफ, जो हमारा इंटरनेशनल यूनियन ऑफ सॉइल साइंस का जो हमने स्ट्रक्चर अभी देखा है, जिसमें इन वेरियस सब डिविजन्स इट वाज डिवाइडेड, हमें वही स्टडी करना है, थोड़ा सा जानना है. ये ऐसे कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा जाएगा, बट बीइंग सॉइल साइंस एस्पायरेंट्स, बीइंग BSc Agri एस्पायरेंट्स, यू शुड नो अबाउट द स्कोप ऑफ सॉइल साइंस. सो यहाँ पे भी मैंने जितने भी आपको डिविजन्स के बारे में बताया गया, ये वहीं पे हाईलाइट किया गया है. सॉइल फर्टिलिटी, सॉइल केमिस्ट्री, सॉइल फिजिक्स, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, कंजर्वेशन एंड पेडोलॉजी. ओके, सो ये सभी डिविजन्स एंड यूनिट्स में देयर इज इक्वल स्कोप in terms of study, in terms of research, in terms of development. Okay, so ये तक limited है, and this is a very vast and wide scope, okay, to go on for selecting it as your career oriented subject, to go in deep research and also to make up your career. Okay, so this was all about today's class. आज हमने क्या किया? We have seen the concepts of soil science, composition of soil, soil as a natural body we have seen, pedological and edaphological concept we have learned, facts and informations we have seen. Okay, so that's all for today's part. Series of lectures, back-to-back sessions will be delivered by crop course. Okay, so you guys are again requested to subscribe the channel to get back-to-back lectures and classes exactly as per your syllabus and as per your need. जैसे आप लोगों का डिमांड होगा, जैसे आप लोग चाहते हो, in a similar way classes will be being brought up at your nearest possible source. And I wish you the best of learning and the best of coordination, and we'll continue up with the same. So that's all for today. Stay tuned, stay connected, and so that you can get the notification when a new lecture is being delivered. Okay, thank you, thanks for the session.